Don't you want to have bigger muscles? Watch this video until the end. For each of factors in previous topics, I have talked about with details, but here I will summarize them all. Genetic, as a strong interfering factor, plays an important role. Some athletes respond more, faster and better to exercises and has higher rate of protein synthesis, and some has higher basal metabolism rate, which you know is the amount of calorie burned in resting position for vital activities like breathing, which makes them capable to lose fat and cut their bodies more easily. Congenital dominance of special fiber type is a game changer for some sports. For example, more type 1 fibers gives a marathon runner or other endurance-like exercises superiority over other athletes. Or in strength and lifting sports, those who have more percentage of type 2 fibers has more advantages. But this is not what we have control over, so our focus should be on other parameters. Let me give you an example. If you perform shoulder press in shortened position for 4 sets in 2 sessions per week, it can be progressed by increasing the weight to 15 kilograms, doing in full range of motion in 6 sets and 3 sessions per week. Or if none of them is possible, you can do it by adding variation, like performing the same movement in seated position. So any of range of motion, weight, speed, volume, frequency, or exercise selection could be chosen to aim progressive overload. Even changing the training plan every 6 to 8 weeks and the gym which you are training in every 12 months may help you to reach the aim. You may have heard something called electromyography or EMG in short form, that is a modality to record muscle activity at rest or in a movement, but it should be considered that higher EMG level is not necessarily equal to higher muscle growth in that movement. As you know, this is a multifactorial phenomenon. Techniques in performing movement also matters to put optimal tension on the target muscle and lowering risk of injury. But a frequent question is that does the ordering of training matter in a training session? For example, does it matter to perform squat before leg extension machine as it is more common? Basically, the ordering doesn't matter for non-competitional athletes because the power and force output would be maximal in the first movement. That means if athlete number 1 did the squat before leg extension machine, it has more power in just squat compared to athlete number 2 which performed them in reverse order, but not more muscle gain. However, close kinematic chain movements like squat that many joints act concurrently at a time has a higher energy consuming rate, which makes them a better option for full body warm-up. Just pay attention to calorie deficit, which means burning more energy than what is consumed and received as food. More protein means less hunger. An optimal amount would be between 1.8 to 2.2 gram per kilogram. And if most of this amount supplied by animal protein consumed with adequate amount of fibers, there is no need for supplement. But if you are not this case, whey protein, casein, creatine monohydrate, electrolyte, minerals and vitamins are most evidence-based option to use. Recovery is also an important topic. Don't put yourself in stressful situations. Adequate sleep time, which is the most effective component of recovery, should be between 7 to 9 hours of good quality sleep in adults, and minimal recovery time for training the same muscle is 48 hours. Ergolytic substances are obvious interfering elements, which reduces muscle growth, like alcohol, marijuana, and smokeless tobaccos. But even ergogenic drugs like testosterone, oxymetholone, nandrolone, and somatropine will result in terrible long-term side effects or even mental addiction. So don't look for shortcuts, stay consistent and don't compare yourself with others which may have better genetics than you, and be aware that natural training may last up to more than 5 years to show its results. Finally, the discipline is superior to everything. Bind yourself to your training program and regime. Drop a comment if you have any questions and don't forget to like and subscribe.